Hello, salute. Uh, my name is Rain. You didn't know that, but now you do. I am interjecting this bit of audio, this bit of yip yap, because I originally recorded a different intro, which wound up being big stinky bad, because that's the thing that happens when you vape way too much before you hit record on a device. So, not only am I recording on like a different microphone completely, but this is just a preface to say that's why what you're about to hear, the rest of the audio is actually gonna sound a little different. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll make it through. We'll powerhouse. We'll power through. Good hustle team. Slaps on the buns all around. And let's go get this shit.
But I just wanted to, I guess, put this out, kind of just like it's just something that I wanted to talk about because I watch a lot of YouTube and I watch a lot of creators who are just like a lot of times like they're just like, hey, you see this shit? Have you seen this shit? This is crazy. Like, but then you have fucking Mudahar, subordinate gamer. Uh, and that dude is just like, yo, this is kind of just like a diary to myself, but like also to you. And just want to talk about stuff. And then right now, what I really want to talk about is the creative projects that I'm working on because I feel like getting well, first they say like the first the like the first like way good step to like setting a goal is like writing it down. So like I'm also writing it down on my iPad. So I guess like the first project that I'm thinking of I'm like, oh god, it's so crazy. I there's many ideas for different comics and things like that that I've been mulling over in my head for such a long time. And like I don't know, just like in the last few months, I've just been so creatively driven. And it's kind of sad because it hasn't been like physical media, it's been like mostly like digital media. I've been drawing a lot digitally, and like I've really just seen, I don't know, like my art just like it just like solidified, like just all like once. It's just like wow, huh? Have I always been able to do this? Really? Yeah? Huh. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I guess I'm just like, I just want to start putting effort into these things. Like a lot of stuff. Honestly, a lot of it is just comics, just stories I want to tell. Um, there's in I guess like a prologue that I'm working on for one of I'll quote unquote say okay, so I have like main comics, like things that would be like a long time like running thing for me. And one of those is a comic that I just called it's called God's Born, and that's like all caps, just one word. And it's the premise behind it probably isn't that interesting and probably has been done before, but like the point of it is that uh even like everybody has to start from the bottom, right? And the whole point is like mortals, even mortals have the opportunity to become gods of some note. And like I don't know, it's like just seeing how those the things that you do when you're alive translate to what you do when you're dead. Kind of. I don't know. Like it's just like really I just had a story about twin sisters that I thought was interesting. And the whole thing is that their parents are gods, but regardless of such, like they just like get like straight up just like kind of like okay, so think of like when Hephaestus just got straight up just fucking booted off Mount Olympus. Like imagine like every time like a god has a baby, like this fucking like a Cthulhu beast just comes to like fucking snatch your baby and boot that nigga straight off of Mount Olympus. So that's kind of what happens is they just like they're born and they just like, well, go like fucko and boot it off Mount Olympus, and they're just like it's like they literally just get like left in the woods for someone to find. Like and that's just like what that's just what happens. Like sometimes people are dead, sometimes their little baby meteor lands like near a town. And it's like huzzah, you have a chance of having a normal life. And other times you just like man, that baby wound up in the middle of the woods. Good luck, fucko. Sucks to suck, boyo. And yeah, nah, it's just like like that's gonna sound really horrible. And it's probably just me expressing traumatic experiences poorly. Um and like I chuckle, but it's kind of like an uncomfortable chuckle because there's no way to like make people okay with the concept of like a baby dying. Like there's no way to make that a comfortable subject. Sorry, spoiler. Boom. That's happened to me before. I have had a child die. It is extremely heartbreaking, to say the least. So, it's kind of just one of those things where like yeah, nah, sometimes you literally hit the lottery and then other times you just don't. Like I mean shit. Like I'll use this example. Like I have a family member that has MS, and like for the longest time, like nobody really knew what MS was, and I was convinced that it was genetic. So because I have a family member that has it, I was like, yo, I have to go to the doctor and make sure I take care of myself because there's like dog I don't want to fucking turn into a vegetable, man. And just like be in pain and shit. Like that's like the worst. I feel like that is the worst thing you could ever do is be trapped in your own body. Like it's just that's probably like one of my biggest fear besides like dying holding my intestines. That's probably like being eviscerated. He'd probably be like, ah man, that's gotta be a shit way to die, dude. Like dog, that's just like yo, I don't want to die in like a million, like smushed into a million pieces. Like, I mean, well, I mean, unless it's like instantaneous, like being stepped on or some shit. Like, said, like, I don't know. Oh, like, but yeah, nah. I like, dog, nah, man. I would not like to have that happen. And considering the considering the amount of abdominal surgeries I've had to have in my life, you can probably understand why that is a fear of mine. So I try to keep myself in decent shape. Trust me, when you've felt a part of your body part protruding that shouldn't, it's kind of the kind of a thing that you're just like, ah man, that would fucking suck, dude. So yeah, no. This is just actually, that may, well, no, I don't think that really has contributed to my love of horror. I think just be like things being scary and mysterious are just fun. Can we agree with that? Things being fun and mysterious and like Why is this thing big and evil and trying to eat me and my soul and my cow and my family's honor? Like, you know. But yeah, I'm working on the prologue story for the it like yeah, sorry to wrap back around to the point that I was making. I'm working on the prologue for that story. And so I had started like typing it, part of it, and just because I'm gonna sip the water. Sorry for that yawn. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. That's probably cute as hell. Excuse me. May or may not cut that out. Just depends. Anyways, um, so yeah, I started typing it just because I really wanted to get the story out of my head. Like I just had to express it in some way. So I may start posting snippets of it on my Tumblr. That's like the main my main social right now that I use is Tumblr. Although arguably I have more pull on Twitter. Although it's like I only have 100 followers and I am not a blue check. I refuse to give Elon money. I refuse. I just don't. Could not in good conscience. I could not. I like the only thing I could give Elon in good conscience is a fatal wound when I try to bite his jugular straight out of his neck. That's that's like all I got for bruh. That's like it, man. I don't like that dude. I don't know. He's just such a fucking phony and a liar. Fucking crybaby. Gotta slap that man in the face. Like, God, he just makes me. He just irritates me. He makes me fucking. Ugh. Anyways, okay, so I am gonna start trying to work on the comic portion of the prologue for God's Born, and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna make that a webtoon. I thought about it, I considered it, but that's not something that it's not really the format that I want to go for Eepy. For this comic in particular. This is this is like a comic that I want to be like I want it to be like comic book comic. I want it to be like we're having fights and explosions and like shit's happening, man. Like, you know, I'm gonna have some stuff happening in this. This is one of my I wanna say I'm gonna call it a major player. This is a major player, not major player, major project. This is something that I want to start working on regularly and updating regularly. And just because it's a story that I've literally been thinking about this shit since I was like fucking 11, man. Like I've been mulling over this story and twisting it and changing it, and it's literally just grown alongside me. And now I've like literally come up with so many different complex ways to make certain things make sense. And like, and I was just like, let's just put the shit out here and like see like other people might also like this goofy shit that I thought of and might want to just be along for the ride and that'd be cool. That's all. So the next one that I want to say is another major project is also a capital letter goofy ass name uh and actually is that correct? I still hold on. The name that I originally went with was Finis, which is Latin for something. Hold on. I don't remember Yeah, I don't remember whatever. It was like, so it means the end. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Hold on. It's all starting to come back to me. Yes. Okay. So that's why, because it's not like finished. It's like, even though that is what finished means, it means that something is done, it ended. But yeah. Okay. So that makes sense. Yeah. So that's the next major project that I'm working on. And this is again, like I said, another one of those capital letter one word comics that I'm working on. This is my other baby that I have been just tumbling around in my head for years. Although Finis admittedly came around at a much later time than Godsborn. Godsborn came around, the first idea for it came around from like certain books that I was like reading, definitely inspired by when I was like a preteen teenager. There were certain female authors that I was introduced to by friends, like specifically, Tamora Pierce is one. Oh my gosh, her series is just like, it's like, man, it's that tomboy's wet dream, man. It's so good, dude. It's so, like, I love her stories, like her fucking Lioness Chronicles, where it's like, man, like sometimes you just a girl and you gotta go get some shit done, man. Like that's that's just it. Sometimes you're a girl, you gotta get stuff done, and like in the process you meet people and like, I don't know, talk to God a couple times, and then like, you know, make a magic sword, and your cat starts talking to you and you're like, ah, shit, all right. So it's good. It's good though. It's like really just like the struggle. Like it's like literally just like the struggle of like this girl who wanted to be a knight, who like had a twin brother, who had a twin brother who wanted to be like a mage essentially, or like a wizard or whatever the sugar baby magic kid is, sorcerer. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember the twin magic hierarchy. It's not coming to me right now. But anyways, yeah, it just spoke to my little tomboy heart, which my little tomboy non-binary heart, which I just like, man. At first it was like kind of like androgyny, but now it's just like, I just don't care. Like I just don't care. I just don't care. I have a vagina. I have boobs. I've made kids. I just don't care. Like just everyone shut the fuck up. I don't care in particular. Okay? Like that's just me. I'm just tired. I'm just like, I just don't care. Just whatever, dude. Man. Okay? Like, I'm gonna wear pants. Today I'm wearing pants. Tomorrow tomorrow I don't want to wear pants. Tomorrow I'm wearing a fucking skirt. And either way, I'm gonna look really fucking good in it. So like, whatever. But anyways, the Finis comic. So yeah, they came apart when I was reading a lot of stories. No, Finis was just like, Finis actually came about from a Pokemon comic that, not like an official comic, like a Pokemon fan comic, where the trainer was like kind of like silver or red, and they didn't get along with the Pokemon, and they were having a hard time with it, and it really like fucking sucked for them. And then also part of it came apart from like just like Gen 6 in general, and how incomplete it was. Like, we never got a Pokemon Z. Nobody knows what the fuck that was about, even though there was XYZ in the show, which would, like, again, who knows what the fuck that was about. Um so there was a definite like vacuum left there from, mm, sorry again, excuse me, had to get a drink. Um, but yeah, there's a certain vacuum that's left there from just like having that incompleteness, that like no closure, no explanation. Nobody understands, nobody knows, and I mean like we're just fans. They don't want us an explanation, and yeah, so part of that came from just like wanting more of that part of the series, especially because so many people were frothing at the mouth for Mega Evolution. It was so good. Like I listen, I am a forever frother. I am still frothing at the mouth. I am rabid. I love Mega Evolution. I don't know what's going on with this whole Legends game, but like dog, until I see more of whatever the fuck is going on, I don't care. Like I wish I cared. I was excited at first. I was excited when I first saw it and they like dropped the trailer because the trailer was fucking hard as fuck, and it was just like, huh, what the fuck is going on here? And it was just confusing as hell. And yeah, then everybody goes through their whole like, oh, see the reaction here, do 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 do. Like, we know how this shit goes. But like yeah, so yeah, so like right now everybody's just like milking at the hill, and it's just like we don't know anything. They barely told us anything. Like we don't know shit. I don't give a fuck until we get some concrete as something. Like that's what I don't give a shit about. Honestly, actually, y'all know what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about this motherfucking Elder Ring DLC. You feel me? Like I don't know, man. Like I just like went through like a big like revelation. Like honestly, in my life, I kind of had like an epiphany type shit to where I was just like, man, I really want to be somewhere else doing anything else but this. Like I really want to be like honestly, you guys want to know what I like really have wanted? I have been like, you know what? What would be awesome right now? What would be awesome would be in like, in like a bigger space, like a house or something, like at home with my pretty husband, getting ready for our podcast and like cooking lunch or some shit like that. And like later on, like going and like making videos and like streaming together. Because we've been like, oh man, we've been playing Remnant 2 together and it's been so fun. God, it's so fun. Like we're such a hot mess together, but it's like sometimes like we take a break from it like a little while because like work and shit like that. Work and we both got uh kiddos, so it's like all right, gotta be responsible and all that shit. And we'll take a break and then we'll come back and like all of our brain cells will be aligned and then we'll go in and steamroll whatever the fuck it was that we were struggling with for the last session. It's so fun. It's always so good. Like, so like man, it's just like something I'm just like putting that in the air. I'm just like trying to manifest that, right? Like I'm trying to manifest like just like some like abundance and like some peace, some joy, considering that I don't know, everywhere's kind of like a hell world. We're all kind of living in just like a fucking disease bubble. And yeah, like I really just like I don't know, man. There's just usually so much that's going on during the day that I really want to talk about and I really would like to discuss with other people rather than like unfortunately rat racing and like it like again like from to bring this back to the very beginning of the whatever this is, I don't know, me talking, like whatever this was in the beginning. And like yeah, no, spiritually, like it was one of those things that it's like I'm pretty sure I just like knew this was coming and I was in denial and trying to tell myself, no, 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 there's still a chance, right? Like I can fix this, it's fine. And it's just like, Rain, you can't stay. And I'm like, bargaining and like it's like yeah, nah, the spirit is like, Rain, you can't stay. And I'm like, I know. So here I am, talking, making plans, entertaining people about however I don't know, maybe just like talking. I'm just talking, just talking, just listen to me yap. I'm just yap 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 yap. Anyways, back to this comic, The Fittest. Yes. So, ooh, excuse me, that is gross. That one is so this one doesn't exactly have a prologue. It just kind of starts. But again, the premise for it, or the idea of it rather, came from the whole like lack of closure on Gen 6 in Pokemon. And yeah, so the whole kind of concept, and I'm actually kind of altering it as I go. Uh, it's essentially like pretty much just like creatures based on Pokemon at this point. So we're going kind of Pal World on this, kind of, but like in comic form, right? Because I'm just like I want this to be derivative enough that it's just like yeah, I see the inspiration for this and what's going on here, right? So, like, yeah, that's essentially what it is. So, essentially, the comic is effectively post-apocalyptic from the Pokemon world standpoint. This is essentially like after this is like post Ragnarok, and like this is like the chimps are writing Shakespeare now. You feel me? Like we're Planet of the Apes again. We're the ones that like we ape together strong. Okay, right? So, but it's like Pokemon together strong. And right now there's like I said, it just kind of starts. It starts. It starts with like some sort of like weird. Honestly, it's like honestly, it starts with like a weird baby daddy drama. And that's gonna sound like it's gonna sound as ridiculous as it is, considering that it's just like, bitch, didn't you just say this is about Pokemon? Yes. The whole see, my absolute need to understand genetics and just like my absolute fascination with it really is what's pretty much driving me here, if that makes any sense. Because like I don't know, like I really just want to understand like genes and like how like I don't know like how traits express themselves like relative to one another, and that's just something that I'm interested in, right? Like as I look at my kids and I'm just like, man, considering that like the only common denominator is me, your mom, and considering like how your traits from like each of their dads is like expressed in a different way, but it's like in similar ways, is like so incredibly fascinating, right? And like that's just that's kind of coming out here. But yeah, nah, it's just so yeah, this is just me being like derivative of Pokemon, to be completely honest. Like I said, it was like we're going kind of Power World on this, where it's like, okay, if you squint and like turn your head really hard and like adjust the silhouette a bit, yeah, we see it. But like that I could just go ahead and admit that that's exactly where that comes from. I'm a tremendous, like, as much as I hate to admit it, I love Pokemon to an extent. I think I am going to officially put a pause on putting any money towards buying any more games, because Scarlet and Violet, like the only reason I bought Violet, matter I can't even say Scarlet and Violet. The only reason I bought Violet was because it was on sale on Amazon for $45, which I thought was insane. Nintendo games never go on fucking sale, especially not fucking Pokemon. When I saw that, I was like, holy shit, that is a sign. That's a sign from God. Is like, here, I'll throw you a little bone, little bitch. Have this little fucking game. See what it's about. And I said, all right, I'll sucker myself into this, right? And so I bought it, and it was fun, but it was tremendously disappointing, incredibly disappointing. And the DLC was like the fact that some Pokemon are locked behind a paywall, and like even past being locked behind a paywall are locked behind online play, like playing with other people. And honestly, that really pisses me off. Even though it's like, girl, this is Pokemon. Like, this is it's been like this is day one. Why don't you have a squad? It's like because I don't want to necessarily have to play with other people to get like all the Pokemon in game. Like, I think that's a little fucking stupid. But you know, who am I to I don't know, question the fucking Nintendo gods? It's just that sucks cock, man. Like I wanted to see what that insane palafin, whatever the fucking thing is. I wanted the dolphin, and it was just like you can't have the dolphin unless you did union room with people. And I was like, oh, I'm not interested whatsoever. And then I found out some of the legendaries to access them are also locked behind playing with other people. And I was like, I'm not interested. Because I played the raid battles, and like I absolutely, so I'm not gonna lie, the fucking optimization that Pokemon has done for competitive play, the absolute insane optimization that came with the Scarlet and Violet era. Like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, Galar did its thing, but like the sheer optimization that came like competitively is insane. Oh my God. Like that's the one thing that kept hooking me because it gave me reason after reason to strategize and come up with different insane psychopath ways to take down some of these like I want to cuss. I want to cuss so much. I want to cuss so much about those fucking 6 and 7 star raid bosses and all that shit. I want to cuss. I want to make so many cuss words that I cuss until the next century starts. And then I cuss some more, and then I cuss from beyond the grave, and then God is like, okay, stop. And I'm just like, can I have one more cuss, Sarah? May, please, I need to cuss. And no, he will smite me. And then when my soul rematerializes in like a million years or something like that, then I will continue to cuss because uh I don't know, man. It's just those raid bosses make me wanna they just make me wanna cuss. Excuse me. But now is not the time for cuss. Now is not okay. But yeah, no, it was the sheer just the way you can optimize your Pokemon in like literally like a matter of minutes, just like switching around moves, changing around like different items, like changing your fucking like and then because of like hackers too, like you can change like man, I've gotten so many like stickers and shit like that through the fucking Wonder Trade for just from getting like rare items or rare Pokemon and shit like man, some of these hackers are doing the Lord's work. Like some of them will send like fully evolved, like rare ass Pokemon that is like you know this nigga's fake, but you accept him into your family anyway and you love him and you use him to defeat those cracked ass raid bosses. And yeah, no, I'm not gonna say like yo, shout out to the hackers that are sending all these cracked ass Pokemon because otherwise I would never see these niggas. I would never in my fucking life see any of these fucking Pokemon ever if it wasn't for these fucking hackers. And you know what? thank you, hackers. Y'all are one of the reasons that I continue to play fucking Pokemon Violet because I can just fucking I don't even have to go catch the fucking Pokemon. Matter of fact, I can just fucking Wonder Trade for an hour and get like seven fucking free ass like get like just like a fucking entire fucking stockpile of free ass hacked ass Pokemon and can just go like it is so amazing that like this shit can even be done. And honestly, it makes me so fucking happy because fuck Nintendo for what they did to Yuzu because it was unfucking necessary. Like they're like we lost money because of Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm just like honestly, because of the way y'all made Tears of the Kingdom, y'all should have lost money anyway. That game had no fucking story. Like that that game had honestly, that game had fucking pandemic trauma written all over it because it was just nothing. Like it was just nothing. Yeah, no. Tears of the Kingdom should have been a DLC. They should have just made it a secondary DLC to Breath of the Wild because it yeah, nah. They I don't know what they did, to be completely honest. I don't know. I genuinely don't. I genuinely don't know whatsoever because it's like there's so much, but there's also so little, you know? Like it's so crazy. But like yeah, like nah, I Tears of the Kingdom should have been DLC. That was just DLC. That was DLC. That was $70 DLC. Girls, I spent $70 on DLC. That's crazy, you know? But uh, spent $70 on the DLC. That's crazy. Oh well. Anyways, Fitness is all in all kind of about like Pokemon Mega Evolution. It's kind of just yeah, it's kind of just Mega Evolution. And like what if all the legendaries could Mega Evolve? And then it's like what if they could like do like an act like what if that Mega Evolution becomes part of their permanent DNA? So that's kind of like the concept. What if like the Mega Evolution becomes part of the DNA and then they just continue to evolve and like and I don't mean like if like not even like evolve in that kind of way like it's like yeah they kind of just continue to like evolve and metamorphose and become more and more savage and powerful and I don't want to ruin what happens uh I won't so it's just but yeah no it's just like yeah what if Pokemon what if you accident what if what if a baby animal just like it becomes a fire tornado, you know? Like, what if it does that? What if it just can do that because it's so incredibly powerful for this just like a baby? Like can you imagine that? Can you imagine like you pick up a baby hamster and that bitch just fucking explodes like a nuke and vaporizes everything in like a 1 mile radius? That'd be crazy, dude. Like, yeah, no, like a baby hamster. Look at that. Imagine that. You ever seen how tiny those little fucks are? Like that baby hamster is smaller than like an apple. You know, like that nigga could fit. Like it's like a kiwi. It's like they're small. They're very small. Like you imagine that. Then that motherfucker just like blast everything in like a mile radius. Like crazy, dude. Like yeah, no, we're talking like catastrophic power. So it's like yeah, it's kind of well, it becomes about that until that becomes it becomes we'll say it becomes a moot point for a reason that I don't I I hope no one sees coming, but you know, I hope they don't. I hope they don't see things coming, but yeah. That one is just going to start. So right now I'm working on character sheets for Finnis. Um, just like basic characters in the comic. And I realized like I don't have to make character sheets, but I want to. Just so everyone gets an idea of like who are these? What is this little creature? What who? Okay. So yeah, right now I'm working on character sheets, and I want to first chapter. Okay, so for the notes for finished character sheets, start fleshing out first chapter. Because God's Born, like I said, that's already the prologue is in process. That's like being typed, and yeah. So right now I'm also fleshing out character sheets, and then let's see. And this is a major project. He said, yes, indeed it is. These characters have been, oh my gosh, these characters have been in my head, giving me brainworms for years, and their designs certainly have changed. But yeah, they're all pretty much similar, so it's finalized now. Like I pretty much know how I want them to look, because they're so God's Born so the prologue has a different main character than the regular story. And just to who surprise, the prologue character is the mother of the prologue protagonist rather is the mother of the main story protagonist. So that's how those connect. But yeah, the the and that it just literally just shows her like from like her literal humble beginnings, just like it's like a happy little, not like happy little fairy tale creature, but uh, living in a magic fantasy world as like a fantasy animal person. Y'all can imagine the millions of ways that could go. um oh, so nice. Sorry, I had to pick my hair a little bit. Ooh, I be itching sometimes. Okay, so that's another major project that I'm working on. Um, there is gonna be a specific comic that I do want for Webtoon, but that's just gonna be a little spin-off comic that I'm actually fleshing out right now, and I don't know what to call it yet. I guess I'll call it one off waterfall comic. And that one I am gonna put on Webtoon just because, it's something that I'm actually just doing because like it is just something I feel compelled to do. And it's really it's I don't know. It's kind of like one of those talk with God kind of things. Not talk with gods, talk with God. Like it was one of those not quite come to Jesus moments, but And the reason that one's going to be in Webtoon is just because of the very specific way that Webtoon is designed, like that downward scrolling. It's I just know there are different ways to really use that to my advantage creatively. And but that's going to be a side thing. That's yeah. It is something that I am working honestly diligently at, but um okay. So the two major ones. Oh, and the third uh so the third comic that I'm working on uh it doesn't actually have a title because I'm kind of in the process of changing the title to something else. Um, but yeah, it's the title was after it was titled after the main character, but I changed my mind on that. So it's just like we'll just say Untitled Wolf comic. Yeah, I like that. That's funny. Untitled Wolf comic. Okay, so even though this is called Untitled Wolf comic, it is a major project, and I am working on again character sheets. Do some program sketches. That one's also not going to be webtoon. I think only my one-offs are going to be webtoon just because it has such a fun, method of looking at things. But yeah, right now I'm just trying to flesh out characters. Uh, and see another thing too, like, hmm, because this comic is kind of straightforward too. It's kind of just like things are just revealed to you. They just kind of happen. They're just revealed to you as you go along. So, um, kind of like how stories go. But yeah, so the initial the what happens in the beginning of the comic, and like I guess like the prologue section, how the protagonist came to be, so to speak. Uh, uh, as you can see, a lot of my comics start with the parents, and I think that's just because like not to be funny or anything like that, but like my own parents were like married for 20 years, and like we have no family pictures with my dad in them. Like shit like that like really just like bugs me. But like at the same time it's like yeah, nah, I don't understand why you people were fucking married like at all. So of course, like that's definitely affected me as a person. So as you can see, a lot of my comics start with, how did the parents meet? How did the parents meet and have this rapscallion? And yeah, that's kind of just where I don't know. It's just like I kind of just like explaining why things and people are like how did we get here? It's just like just it's just part of the story we're telling. But this comic like does not have like any human characters for to like to speak of. This one also is like one of those worlds. It's just the beast, just the regular animals living alongside mythological animals. And yeah, like the mythological animals are they're like so the mythological animals are kind of like in One Piece where they like live up on their little mountain away from the commoners, so to speak. But like I don't know if I'm actually gonna stick with that. I don't know because they're also in some ways kind of like the fucking I don't know. I don't know if I'm trying to make them like the Illuminati or some shit like that because like a unicorn of course would be a much more powerful creature than like say like a dachshund, you know, or like even like as an animal, just like straight off in the wild. Like I mean, shit, even a dragon is gonna like is in a different class than even like a sperm whale. Like sperm whale's only gonna be able to do so much, and I mean even in the same note, dragon too only can do so much. But they think of themselves superior, immortal. Right, all the rah rah that comes with dragons, especially like Elden Ring dragons, from soft dragons go crazy. Like them shits just be just like dead asses like survived eons, only to be taken out by some little fucking dink with a sword that got resurrected by an angry, broken, jealous glitch god. You know, just just god things, just godhood things, or something. I don't know. Okay, so mirror art projects, comics, and then I'm also giving myself the goal of daily YouTube uploads about anything. Like, but for the next, like, I don't know, because I do like slop. I love slop, and I feel like we could have some fun with some slop. So I don't know. I think it'd be pretty easy to yap about one topic for 15 minutes. Like, and I really want to make it like actually like 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe, but like not a whole thing. Like this is just a whole thing because it's like an introductory thing. So, uh, I'll probably just put this in like a podcast format, add some music to it, yeah, just make it a little pleasant for everyone to listen to. And yeah, but that's something I want to task myself with is to do daily uploads and like pretty much on trending topics. Just like I do want some slop content. Like I just don't get me wrong. I love like pyrocynical and gosh, who's this guy's name? Sensitive Society. Actually, he's a very new, very recent favorite. And like Optimus, fuck man, Optimus fucking yo, that man. I never want to get into a roast battle with Optimus, bro. Optimus will fucking tear your fucking ass. That man will tear you and your grandma a new fucking asshole. And the whole internet is just gonna be laughing at your ass for the rest of your life. So you turn to dust, then they gonna laugh at your dust, then they gonna blow it off a cliff, and then they still gonna laugh at you like, and they gonna call you broke, and they gonna say your Jordan's fake, and they gonna laugh at your even as you like disintegrate back into the earth, and your soul is shattered into a thousand pieces. They gonna be like, aha, aha, Optimus, Optimus made fun of your stupid ass, like I don't ever want to get into a cat battle with fucking Optimus. I don't ever want to get into a roast battle with Mudahar either. But like, bro, I don't ever want to be roasted by Mudahar, man. I probably fucking cry. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like that man probably just like, yo, yeah, nah. I don't ever. It's certain people like, bro. I don't ever want to get into a roast battle with this nigga because he's just gonna fucking talk so much shit and it's gonna hurt my feelings, and I'm just gonna sit there and cry. Then I'm gonna look like it would look like a little bitch on the internet, which don't get me wrong, I am, but you know, I gotta appear like I'm not a bottom, okay? Like, but yeah, uh, we'll do some fun slop content because like you gotta make slop content fun. But like eventually I do want to work on something. I want to work on some game reviews because there are a couple games that I have genuinely fell in love with. One of them is called Monster Sanctuary, I think. And it's so good. It's so good. It's very fun. And yeah, I also want to talk about a game I have on my PC called Impossible Creatures. Because not everybody knows about Impossible Creatures, man. That game goes crazy. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. I'm going to be calling it here because it's now 3 a.m. and I'm pretty sure my neighbor is already bleeding through the nose with his anger. But like I honestly tough tits, man. We all gotta take our licks. But yeah, no, it's been fun. I hope the jet engine noise of my PlayStation didn't come through this entire time, but if it did, too fucking bad. Listen to it anyway. But in the meantime, you please wash your hands, wear a mask, stay away from people who are just like coughing into the open like there isn't still COVID and shit going around. And yeah, man, drink some tea, some honey and lemon. Unless you're allergic to any of that shit, then I don't know, man. You gotta like just I can't think of everything for you, okay? Okay. But anyways, that's fine. Have a good day. Brush your teeth. Bye bye.